Hey guys, so I'm gonna use this bike as an example for the Honda Elite guys. If you're running a Polini carburetor, 24 is most common on the 72. If you're running a jet that's a oddball size jet, about a 95% chance you have an air leak. So that's why I like the Polinis. They're really consistent. If you're running a 24 and you're running a Polini, a Melosi, or whatever NCY kit, I can pretty much tell you a very small range where you're gonna be. And if you're running an OKO, you could be a 122, you could be a 135. It just depends because they're all made differently and there's not really any quality control on those. So that's why I like the Polini carbs, because they're incredibly consistent. So that being said, if you're heavily ported, you're definitely going to be higher, but regardless of the pipe, you're going to be within a very small window of jet. So if you contact me and say, hey, I'm running a 138 on a 24 Polini with a course and an arrow, I'm going to tell you have an air leak. And no matter, you can try fixing everything, doing everything else, it's never going to fix it. You have an air leak. That's why quality parts make it easier to tune. This one has a, I don't know, what's it got on it? A 26, a Polini 26. So he's gonna run a little bit different jets on his than he would on a 24, but in general, it's gonna be really close. It's gonna be really consistent. You get an OKO or an oddball, stick with the good brand. Stick with the good brand carb. Polini and Keehan, you really can't beat. So anyways, so that's jetting the Honda Elites. On the Polini, you're going to be in a very small range, and when I see guys that are running 135s, 138s on 72s, I know right off the bat they have big air leaks. So check your spark plug, check your crank seals, check your intake, check your base gasket, use Honda Bond on your base gasket, check your O-ring seal, check your oil plug, make sure, actually, that reminds me, got a cylinder back here. A second. Perfect example. See how wet that is? And we went over this before. That's not what you want to see. That's an air leak. That's what you want to see. There. That's not an air leak. So, there's another one. Yeah, it's a liquid cool, a little bit harder to tell. So yeah, I can't stress that enough. If you're running a Polini carb and you're running a big giant jet in it, typically they'll run pretty good when they're cold. The warmer they get, the worse they run. So if you're running a 130, 125, some giant oddball size jet, you got an air leak and you better figure it out. And you're losing performance as well. So take a walk around this bike. It's pretty sweet. I got this thing bone stock a while ago, and then Jared took it and went to town on it and did a really good job. Yasuni C16. So we were taking these and making modified headers to get them to fit. This, I don't know if I'll do this anymore. They run great. They're one of the best pipes I've ever come out with, but they're a lot of work. They're a lot of work to make. So the water jet, we gotta have some things water jet, and then everything's got to get mocked up, and there's a good amount of work. So, but eventually, they say this is probably one of the cleanest Elites around. All scooter swap shop parts, of course. So there you have it. Main thing is just wanted to talk to you guys about jetting with the Polini carb and the importance of running good quality carb. It's really going to help you tune, and it's going to help you get things dialed in a little bit better. So, I mean, same with all these bikes. I pretty much run Polinis across the board. I do, actually, on every single bike I run, and I can say I've never had an issue with any of them. Some of the CPs had leaky bowls at one point, but they got that resolved. Polini actually sent me all new bowls without even asking for them. So they just knew about the issue and fixed it. The PWKs never did. So if you're fighting an issue and you've got a Polini carb, there's about a 90% chance it's not your carb. I've never seen one of these full-size carbs have an issue ever. And I don't know how many I've sold, hundreds, I'm sure, but when I get them, they're gone within a week and a half. So there you have it. You guys got questions about jetting? I can't really help you that much as far as jetting. If you've got an OKO or oddball carb, you got a Polini, you got a Key and something like that, I can help you. You're in luck. Or Delorto, you're in luck too. So hopefully it helps you guys when it comes to jetting and having the right carb. Having the right carb for the bike is going to make it a lot easier for you. So